Hello everyone. Whew, it's a bit warm today. Oh crike, I haven't energy for that, Daisy. As soon as I come home, the first thing of course the dogs want is the treat. And the second thing, if it's been left out, is the ball. The ball. And if I throw it once, oh, go on, I'll do it. She'll be back in a tick if Molly doesn't get it first. Right, so yes, I'm doing another haul because a lot of you seem to like my haul videos, and this is vegan where it can be, but some of the things aren't vegan, but they're gifts. So you'll have to forgive me. Okay, just come home from work. We're having a semi-heat wave in the UK. I've had a quick shower, so let's get this shopping unpacked. A couple of times a year Asda do what they call double discount days. They normally have one in November, the last payday before Christmas, where all colleagues get 20% off instead of the regular 10. And they also normally have one about June, July time, and they're just having their summer double discount over 2 days. Today's Tuesday, it's also on Wednesday, so I get 20% off more or less everything. There are a few exceptions and limits, but everything I bought today I got for 20% less. So first thing, this was for myself, and this is a car headrest tablet holder. The reason I'm having to buy this is because Mark, out of the blue, told me he's bought a new car. He's traded in the BMW X1 and has gone for a sporty red Honda Civic Sport Plus, which is absolutely, well, no, we fell out over it. Well, it's the second time in a month we've fallen out over cars. He thinks more of cars than he does of me, which is why this relationship is crumbling to the dust. But I'm not bothered. If it does, it does. Anyway, enough of my relationship problems. This, because the BMW had a little shelf that came up where I sit in the back, and there was a shelf I could put my iPad on and things. But this Honda thing doesn't have anything like that. None of those niceties. So in order to watch my iPad in the back when I'm not asleep, I needed something to hold it. So I've got this, and it fits onto the, the headrest thingy doobries. We're going down, at the time of making this video, I probably will have been by then, but we're going to Sussex in the car, so I've got it for that. We'll also be going down to the Isle of Wight in the car in September, so I'll need some entertainment, but I will be asleep a lot of the journey, so I got that. Oh yes, that's my lunch. I think the last vegan haul I showed you a sandwich, didn't I? The Falafel Sandwich. Well, this is the only other vegan sort of sandwich they do. And it's a bit hit and miss with this, because I think there's something in it that I don't like the taste of. And sometimes they put loads of it in, and sometimes they hardly put any. So it's a bit of a Russian roulette. But this is an onion bhaji wrap with mango and apricot chutney, with sweet potato puree, spiced peppers, cucumber, chutney, and a pinch of fragrant herbs. Yeah, well, sometimes it's a handful of fragrant herbs. But anyway, I'm risking it. I'll just pop that in the fridge because I'm not ready to have my lunch yet. So there's that. So that is vegan. I'm not sure if these are vegan actually, but these are a gift. I'll be showing you this after their birthdays, so it won't matter. But it's Mark's and my mum's birthday within days of each other in July. So I've just started to buy a few bits. So this is some nice premium Fever Tree Indian tonic water little cans to go with some gin that I've also bought Mark. So there's that. Oh, and somebody's phoning me up. Oh, sorry about that. That was my mum. Nobody else rings me because I've got no friends. It's only my mum that rings on the home phone. Now, where was I? Oh yes, right, so that's that. I bought this as a little impulse. Now, I'm not a fan, to be honest, of Mr. Walt Disney and everything that company stands for. Look into it. Go onto YouTube and find out. But anyway, I never really liked Disney growing up. I didn't really see much Disney stuff. It didn't really float my boat. Anyway, I did see this film, part of it, on the TV a few months ago, and I quite sort of got into it and liked it, but I didn't see all of it. So I saw this, and because it was for only £5 with discount £4, I got it because I do like Emma Thompson. Tom Hanks is alright, but anyway, I'll probably watch that at some point when I've got time. So that's for me. They're for me. I'm actually going to do some decorating in this house. We're going to have a man come in and do a lot of it, hopefully when we're on holiday. But I'm going to do the ensuite, and it really needs an undercoat, the woodwork. So apparently this paint is quite good, Johnson's paint, and this was reduced from £8 to £5, and then I got discounts, so I got it for £4. It's an undercoat, so I'm going to do the woodwork and the doors with that. So not really a gift, but it's a gift for the home. Oh, I'll put this in the fridge. Now, onto vegan. I do recommend this, and also Sainsbury's do their own, which is more or less the same. It's probably made by the same people. In the free from chilled section, this is soft cheese alternative, and this is the nicest vegan type cheese. It's a soft cheese, it's like Philadelphia type, and it tastes very like Philadelphia. I really like this. You can put loads on a cracker or in a sandwich or stuff, you know, really thickly, and it's very nice. I would recommend that if you're going vegan or are vegan. Free from soft cheese alternative. I'll just pop that in the fridge. And not very interesting, but Baxter's, they don't do much soup that's suitable for vegans, because most of their soups has milk in. Well, most tinned soups has milk. This is my favourite one they do, carrot and butterbean. These are on offer. You could get 4 tins for £3, I think, and then of course they got 20% off. So I got 3 of the carrot and butterbean because that is my favourite soup there. And just to change things around a bit, I got some minestrone, which I looked on the label, it doesn't look like it's not vegan. So there's that. Okay, onto my, I did have quite a lot in my basket. I might go back actually, I'm off work tomorrow. I might go back up tomorrow or later today when it cools off and buy some more stuff while it's extra discount, you know, because there was a few things I couldn't fit in my bag. Just got some gift wrap for my mum's presents. It's there. And another present for my mum. She likes Baileys, and this is a limited edition. Of course, this is not vegan. This is a strawberries and cream Baileys. So that's one of my mum's birthday presents. Oh, that's, I just needed some juice. This isn't in the chilled section. This will be with the long life juices in the juice aisle. This was on offer. This is a company called Cracker. I think they're called Cracker. Cracker Drinks Company. They do 3 in Asda. This one is pineapple, coconut and lime, and this does have the vegan logo on it. Most fruit juice is vegan, but it's nice to know that you've got double protection having a logo. So that's nice, mixed with a bit of distilled water, or a little bit of fizzy water occasionally. So there's that. I didn't buy more than one because I would have probably if I had more room in my pannier. Oh, and this is for Mark. My sister-in-law Amanda recommended this. This is rhubarb and ginger liqueur gin. So I've got that. Gin seems to be very popular at the moment, especially in summer. We sell a lot of gin. So that gin is to go with those nice tonics. So I might try one of those as well. Oh, assuming it's vegan, of course. Might not be. Right, onto my rucksack now. This is another present for my mum, or I might keep it myself, or I might keep it. Oh, it's got a thing in it. Oh, no, I'm going to keep it myself. It's got a little pull in it. Oh, anyway. This is a Dachshund. It's quite thin, but it gets good ratings. This was only £6 before discount, £4.80 I think. This is a throw, and as you can see, it's got little Dachshunds on it. They did a matching cushion, but that seems to be out of stock for ages. I would have liked the cushion. Just got some wholemeal thins. Kingsmill are a brand that actually show if they're vegan on them, unlike Warburton's, so it's nice to know that these are vegan. These are nice with a bit of hummus and salad in. Another one I'll put in the fridge. Not sure if I've shown you this one before. This is in the chilled section, not frozen. and it's only marked vegetarian, but I've looked at the ingredients and I can't see anything in it that isn't vegan. But these are vegetarian spaghetti and veggie balls, and they're a very quick lunch, very palatable. I'd recommend that. They do a chili as well, which is a tiny bit hot for me. They do a paella type thing as well, but obviously not with fish in it. I can't remember what else. That's in the chilled convenience section. In their vegetarian bit, you'll see the Quorn things and cauldron. Oh, let's pop that in the fridge. La-di-dum. There we go. Oh heck, I forgot I've got frozen food. Well, actually I did buy 3 items of frozen. I got some cider flavoured ice lollies, so I put those straight in the freezer when I got home. Forgot about these. Anyway, Linda Mccartney sausage rolls, they're vegan. And we've got Quorn vegan fishless fingers. They're quite nice as a snack in what we used to have as kids, well, common children. I didn't have it often, but would be white bread with a little bit of butter, or in my case some sunflower spread, and you'd make a fish finger sandwich, and that's a nice treat. You could put some ketchup on it as well, or you can have it with a salad or whatever. I'll just put those in the freezer because they're going to start defrosting in this warm weather. Oh look, I'll show you what Mark bought me. He rang up and he said, oh, is there anything I want? And I said, oh, toilet rolls. And then I said, because it was hot and didn't have any, I said, oh, can you see if you can get me some ice lolly that's vegan? So he got these smoothie ice lollies, blackcurrant, carrot and beetroot. Well, all I'll say about those is I think they'll be quite healthy. They're not very tasty. I'll eat them, but I don't think that's why there's no added sugar. So they're quite a healthy option. But they have got blackcurrant puree, banana puree, apple juice from concentrate, strawberry puree, apple juice, carrot juice, orange juice, concentrated beetroot juice, stabilizer, guar gum, ginger juice, acid, ascorbic acid. I think that V does mean vegan as well. Anyway, they're okay if you want something that's fairly healthy for an ice lolly. The cider lollies I bought from Asda, of course, full of sugar. Anyway, you better put those back. Right. Oh! A couple of boring things, some more bananas. And some crunchy salad. Let's pop that in the fridge. Oh! Got quite a bit here. Just got some couple of bottle bags. That one's for Mark's gin and that's for my mum's Baileys. And then I've got some masculine looking gift wrap for whatever presents I get Mark. I've got him a couple of things. I want to get him skydiving, you know, where you're strapped to a man and you jump out of an aeroplane. I don't think he wants to do that. I was quite prepared to pay £300, which is what they cost. Well, I can get it a bit cheaper because very seldom. Virgin Experience days, but he is going on in a balloon, and he's done some supercar driving, and he's had aeroplane lesson. So, but he won't, I don't think, allow me to give him the gift of being thrown out of a plane. But he'll have a hunky man strapped to his back. Well, hopefully hunky. I mean, I'd probably go for it if it was a very hunky man, because you know it's probably the only sort of contact I've had in months, and if I die at the end of it, well, at least I'll die with a smile on my face. I got quite a bit of this. I'm stocking up. Again, these are all vegan friendly because they have the Vegan Society approval logo on them. So because it's very warm at the moment, and I don't tend to use these in winter, it's only summer, these are so refreshing. They did a spearmint one, I'm not sure if they still do it, and an extra strong mint, but that mint and tea tree original source shower gel is very tingly and refreshing. Now if you're a gentleman, you'll know where this is specifically tingly. Comment below. It begins with B and ends in S. But it's okay all over your body, but on a certain part of a male gentleman's anatomy, it tingles quite a lot, but it's not unpleasant. But that's lovely when you're hot and sweaty. You've come back from work and you're hot and sweaty. You hop into a cool shower with that. I even wash what little hair I've got on my head. I wash it with that, and it leaves you tingling for a few minutes after. It's lovely. Oh, it's leaking. Or is it? So I got 3 of those because it's so hot. I got a lemon. They do a lime, but they seem to be out of stock. And a coconut. And a water mint and whatever that is. They do other fragrances, but they're a bit more on the girly fragrance side, you know, so I don't, these are more masculine type fragrances, and I'm a big butch bloke. So they're, you know, and also these were on offer at £1 each, so I got them for 80p each, but for some reason the mint ones were on offer at 90p each, and of course I got 20% off that as well. So sometimes they sell these for over £2. In most sort of pound shops and home bargains, they're normally £1 all year round. So there's those. Oh no, I've got some more toiletries, so it's here. Oh, here's the keyword. Do you remember the last video? I asked if you've watched till the end, say bulldog. So again, I got some more bulldog because it was also on offer. It was reduced, and of course I got my 20%. So, you know, I use that. So when it's cheap, you know, stock up. That's what I say. Stock up while prices are low. Which is what I tend to do. Now the last thing I got, which is a bit of an interesting curio, and the only reason I bought this was how ridiculously cheap it was. Can you believe you can still buy these? I was quite surprised when I saw it. This is a cassette player / recorder with built-in microphone made by a company called Akai, or at least branded Akai. And it's quite funny. Can you see what it says under Akai? Tomorrow's technology today. I think they should say for this, yesterday's technology tomorrow, or something. Anyway, I got this, not because I needed it or wanted it, because I got this because look how much it was. Can you see that? £4.50, and then I got 20% off. What's it? 45, that's 90 pence. 90 pence. So it was £3. Oh. I did work this out before. Anyway, I got 90 pence off, £3.60. Is that right? £3.60? I think, yeah, £3.60 new pence. It's going to cost me more in the batteries because I think it's battery only. But it's just, you just put your cassette in, you can listen to cassettes and record your voice. This would have been high tech when I was a kid. If you got one of these for Christmas, you'd be quite happy to have that. I think I probably had something like this when I was growing up, and you know, you do record your own voice and you'd say, oh, do I really sound like that? And after something like this, you'd progress onto like a radio cassette recorder, and I had a Hitachi one, a mono one, just a single speaker, and I did what many people of my generation did. On a Sunday, the BBC would have the top 40 on Radio 1, and you'd sit there with your finger poised over the record button or over the pause button to release the pause button. So when your favourite song came up from that week's top 40 hit parade, you'd record it and hope that the DJ doesn't talk over it much. So that's what a lot of people remember doing on a Sunday early evening, recording. But you couldn't do this with this because there's no radio. But you could record your voice, and that's what I did. You know, from an early age, I used to do silly things, recording my voice. And when we got our video recorder, I used to audio dub my voice over, you know, episodes of Coronation Street and things, and make them really silly. So I'm going to do a little video of that, and I'm actually thinking of putting it on my other channel, because I'm going to do the retro stuff, a lot of the retro things, on a Thursday on my main channel, iBasic. If you're not aware, I've got another channel. Some of you aren't aware, but I have a much larger subscriber-based channel. The channel here is just, you know, tiny compared to my main channel, where I review mainly vacuums and other appliances. So I'm going to put this in my retro section. It'll get more views that way. So if you don't and you want to see it, subscribe to iBasic. There should be a little thing link somewhere. I'll put a link if you want to subscribe to that channel. So yeah, I thought for that price, £3 odd, you can't go wrong. I say it needs batteries, which are probably 4 C-size batteries. I think I've got some of those because they're the same batteries that the Henry toy takes. There we go. So that's my little haul. So let's see, what should we have the keyword? It is nice that people watch to the end, because my analytics, YouTube call them. If you have a channel, you have a creator studio, and you can edit your videos and do things with your videos in that. And you can also see how many people watch your videos and where they live, if they're male or female, the age range of people. And you can see what they call engagement, and you can see how much of a video is watched. And a lot of the times I might do a 20-minute video and maybe only 3 minutes of that are watched. So it's nice that not everyone will watch till the end, but it's nice to see you commenting at the end, or all you people commenting bulldog at the end, to show that you have actually watched to the end. But of course, I've also thought that people will be seeing in the comments a lot of people writing bulldog, and they'll think why, and they'll just write it anyway, and they don't realise why they're putting bulldog, perhaps. We're not going to have bulldog today though, because we did bulldog. We could still do bulldog, but we won't. What shall we say today then? Shall we say Akai? Is that how you pronounce it? Just say Akai. Akai the new, A-K-A-I. If you've watched till the end, pop that with any other comments. You don't just have to write that. If you want to say, any other comments like I hate you, you little bleep. Why do you think anyone's interested in looking at your shopping, you piece of bleep? That sort of thing. Do get that from time to time. I got a very nasty comment on my Playmobil channel. I don't get much comments on that because I haven't really done much with it. And I was called, I assume it's a child, "You're so stupid." And of course your was spelt Y-O-U-R. So that's wrong. I hate your voice, your accent, and other things. It's very, very nasty. It affected me for quite a few minutes after reading that. But I thought, I'll block that little person because there's no need for it. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. That's completely wrong, because names do hurt people. And just because I'm not talking to anyone specifically here, but just because you're anonymous and you're typing something on your phone or your tablet or your computer, and you just think it's not going to affect anyone, it makes you feel better to write something nasty. But don't forget, somebody will read that. The person that makes that channel will normally read, unless they're a huge channel and they don't read all their comments, they will get to see that, and you will affect them. A lot of the time, even if it's just for a few minutes, it's not a nice thing to do. I don't do it. I wouldn't do it to somebody's face, and I won't do it to behind their back. There's some very nasty choice comments I would love to say to people that are far too graphic and horrific for me to ever say, but they come into my head briefly, and sometimes I just want to write it. I won't say. I've been watching a lot of Game of Thrones recently, so I've got quite a violent mind at the moment. I do tend to I don't like the gory bits in that. I'm watching it all over again because it's on the Now TV box, because I did watch it, I got into it, I didn't understand most of it. So by watching it again, I'm sort of picking up things that I didn't know about the first time round. I'm still a bit confused, but anyway, I watch 1 or 2 of those a day at the moment because I don't watch normal telly. So anyway, just remember, words do hurt, and you could be saying something nasty to someone, you think, oh, it's just... But that person could be under emotional distress, they could have depression, they could have mental health problems, and by saying something nasty you might think it's funny, but that can really upset somebody. And it has been known that people can kill themselves if they're trolled a lot. People have committed suicide because of people trolling, and to me that's murder. If somebody's going to, this is a shopping haul, I've got going into trolls. If somebody kills themselves or attempts suicide because of what some person has said to them on the internet, then to me that's attempted murder. I know it might sound extreme. I'm just checking you, so I still there. Might sound extreme, but that's how I feel about it. So there's an old saying, if you haven't got anything nice to say, don't say it at all. But I look at it now, it really, really used to bother me, negative comments. but I see it as a failure of the person doing the commenting rather than anything I've done. It's the person that feels that they have to comment something very nasty. They're not happy people. If you're happy and content in your life, I've probably mentioned this in another video, but if you're content in your own life, you don't try and bring other people down. So I just feel sorry for them now most of the time. Oh, the post has arrived, I won't have anything. Not expecting any deliveries. Bloody dogs. Not my dogs, they don't bark. It's the common neighbour dogs. I'm not expecting any deliveries. I'm expecting one thing, but it's coming from America, so that won't come for a few weeks or a couple of weeks. So what I'm going to do now is put my shopping away. It's about lunchtime. I'll have some lunch. I'll watch an episode of horrific violence and naughtiness and swearing, that is Game of Thrones, and I might sit outside for 20 minutes in the sun with no sunblock on, just 20 minutes with my chest out and my shorts, just to boost my vitamin D. Okay, remember, Akai, if you've watched all this to the end, and don't troll, folks. I'm sure most of you watching aren't the sort that troll, especially if you've watched all this way. But if you are a troll, take a long, hard, good look at yourself in the mirror and see how ugly you are. And you might be gorgeous looking, but if you're a troll, you're ugly inside, and that's where you don't want to be ugly. Anyway, enough about that, and I'll see you all very soon, hopefully. Bye for now.